Hi, my name is Edgar, and I'm an artist, and this is my second YouTube video, so please bear with me. Taking you through one of my mermaid sketches from a previous How to Mermaid video. Let's get into it. So first, I'm drawing out my concept, which is just for context because I already developed this concept in a previous video. And very quickly, I realized that I do need reference. So I got this reference off Pinterest, but it wasn't the reference that determines, decides what I'm going to draw, but rather it's my image that led me to choose a reference. And so I just put down the basic shapes and the basic arrangements or expressions, the basic lines basically. So much basicness, so much of the word basic. And in my reference, when it comes back, you can see that I've drawn some lines, and those lines on my reference help me organize the form or the body shape or the shapes that are involved in my sketch or in my concept. And you can see me reorganizing, erasing, and just trying to place things so that it kind of helps with the focal point, which in this case was that really difficult to compare, that I wanted to get the expression on her face. That was what I was going for. And then after that, I go to my inking, or I just call it my lining layer, but some artists call it inking. And this is where I put down more refined, more finished strokes. Look at me using big words that make up the final drawing. So I selected a color that would go well with this sketch. I was going to go for a marine blue, but is it aqua green? Is it aqua blue? Is it turquoise? Does anybody know? Anyway, so I went I went ahead and chose a color, and then I started going off the lines, and then at some point I was like, whoa, why am I making rough lines and I'm on my main sketch? So you see me erasing and going over it again. But this is all part of the process, and I add details here and there as I go on. And this is just how I draw. You can have your own way, but I'm hoping that the methods that I talk about here will be of some value to you. So the scribbles you see on the side are just some artists that I really like, Ken Hundred and Slew, and I will link them in the description below. I always see YouTubers saying that. Can't believe I'm also saying it on my second video. So these are just artists that I love and follow here on YouTube and on Instagram, and they're way ahead in the YouTube game and the art game as well, but they really inspire me and whatnot. So every now and then I'm erasing and redrawing and repositioning my character, and this is the advantage with having layers or working on digital illustrations or digital media. It makes for a more efficient workflow, but also it simplifies the entire process because I come from traditionally drawing with pencil. So this is really, I can tell the efficiency or the simplicity. And you can see the reference coming in every now and then because when I need to figure out the proper proportions, and movements I'd spoken about earlier, like movements of the body and all that, the reference helps me with this, and it helps emphasizing the feeling that I'm trying to get of my hair is hurting, as one constantly battles with the tangle, and in this case it's Peely battling with her hair. Peely is what I've named this character. And then finally I'm there already. Finally I head over to my hatches layer. This is where I add the details in terms of texture and shadows. And if I was coloring this image, I might have separated the texture from the shadows, like would have done that in different layers. But in this case, I did them on one layer because it was for this mermaid challenge, and I didn't want to spend a lot of time. That's what we say, we don't want to spend a lot of time, but I spent a lot of time at this one. But art takes a while. So I do the little details like the scales, the hatching, the hair. I do more. I go back and forth. Maybe in the line layer, I erase something, I redraw something, I come back to the hatching layer. I hardly go back to the sketch layer, although sometimes I do that depending on how big of a change I want to make. But mostly I move between the line layer and the hatching layer. And if I need some specific detail, I would add that on another layer again, just create another layer for that specific detail. Sometimes it will be the head, sometimes it will be, the face, or the hands, depending on what I need to add. And then I didn't finish all this here in this video, but I did go later on ahead and completed the entire image. And this is what we have in the end. So I think it's a pretty good sketch illustration. I added the coconut oil and the broken combs just for drama, and to emphasize the hair, the difficulty in the hair situation that I was going for here, and to add richness to the story of the image. So yeah, I hope you like it. You can find this and a few other mermaids on my Instagram at @drawhapa and get to see some of my other work. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and Hope that it makes you want to try something out yourself. Thank you so much for your time, and hopefully I will see you back here soon.